Hello, everybody. Good evening. Rose here. Tonight, I'm reacting to two of Foodie Beauty's deleted live streams. One is called Very Important Beezer, which is really, really short. It's like 6 minutes. And the other one is called Taco Bell Hell. So as far as live streams today, Foodie has been a dirty deleting fool. Just going off and venting. And then as soon as she's done, she deletes the live streams. And from the reactor side, it's, like her just going wild and deleting everything. It's just hard to keep up with her. And that's why I'm so glad that there are great archive channels like Miss Just Saying, because they capture a lot of stuff that sometimes we reactors, we just can't get to at that moment. So special thanks to Miss Just Saying for capturing both of the live streams that I'm about to react to. I'm going to leave the links for both videos in the video description here. And I urge everyone to subscribe to her channel, leave some comments on the videos, give her a like. I mean, she absolutely deserves it. I mean, she works hard to keep up with all the Chantal nonsense. And believe me, that's not an easy job to do. So you are the GOAT, Just Saying. You're the greatest of all time. Keeping up with Chantal. I don't know how you do it, ma'am, but you do. So thank you. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see what I see. So there's Chantal. So here's Chantal going off. And in this first live stream, it's nothing but a straight on rage fest. Absolute rage fest. You know, she's angry. In this live stream, she is reacting to a panel that happened this morning on Monty's channel, Monty After Dark. And I don't know why Chantal continues to do this to herself. She doesn't like the panels that Monty does on his channel. She doesn't like the things that people say on the panels, and yet she continues to react to them. She continues to watch them. It's the equivalent of somebody who knows that they walk up to a hot stove and they put their hand on it, they're going to get burned, but yet they keep walking up to it and putting their hand on it and getting burned and then complaining when they do get burned. So let's sit in and see what Miss Chantal has to say.
Because his stream is titled "No Responsibility for What?" No responsibility for what exactly? I'm responsible for what? How? Where am I responsible in this situation? Not only that, they have a nerve to be like, "You're blaming reaction channels for making money off of this situation." Yeah, and I make money off this situation. It's my fucking story, not yours.
You know what? Yeah, you're right, Chantal. It is your story. But something I'd like to point out to everybody, anybody that's ever picked up a book or read a story online, understand that stories aren't necessarily 100% true. Fact for fact. Stories can easily be made up. A long time ago, Chantal said that she wanted her own reality show. But she would never work for a TV reality show because, in her words, they don't pay enough. So what she decided to do is make her own version of a reality show on her channel. And just like with any reality show, you have to bring in different people to keep the drama going. You got to come up with different story arcs. This isn't really her personal story. It's her made up story, and she's just making it up as she goes. And unfortunately for all of us, the viewers, the reactors, this story is toxic, and it's dark, and it's triggering, and it's affecting people because of all the different things that are being added to that story arc. Talk about DV, talk about SA, talk about CSA, and all the different audio and video that are being leaked now. It's becoming more and more upsetting and disturbing. But Chantal doesn't care because it's her story, right? You know, she's going to use this story to her advantage to make money. So you know what, Chantal, if you can get on YouTube and make up a story and make up these different story arcs and use different topics that are triggering to people, if you can sit there and do all that and make money, then it's only fair that those of us that react to you can react to you. And if you don't like what we say about you, then change the damn story. Change the story arc. Bring in more positive content. Give us something positive to say about you and your story. But if all you talk about is negative crap, we're not going to co-sign on your bullshit. We're just not going to do it. If you act the fool, we're going to say you act the fool. We're not going to praise you for acting the fool. We're going to say you're acting the fool, and that's that. You want us to say something nice, then do something nice. But as long as you continue to act gross and vulgar and trigger people and bring up all this dark crap that's getting everybody upset, we're going to call you out for it. We're going to continue to be angry.
It's my story, not yours.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's your story, but it's not your private story. You want people to watch. You want spectators, as many as possible. And you especially want people to pay for your story, don't you? Because all of these live streams that you're doing, you're not doing them for free, are you? All of your streams are monetized. Every single last one. You're not doing this for free because you feel like you got some kind of truth and you want to put it out there and you want people to know. No, you're here to make money as much as possible. And you've chosen the elements of shock and vulgarity and being gross as what's bringing in the money. You're not about that positive content. You're about going the other way. Make it as dark and negative and shocking and upsetting as possible to keep people watching. So if this was your private story, this would be a different setting. But you're making your story public. And you want the public involved. You certainly want them involved. You want an audience for this crap. And you get mad because the audience that are watching you, they're actual people. And people have opinions and feelings. And they're going to voice their opinions and feelings, especially in situations like this where they get upset by what they're watching. But you don't want to hear the audience, although the audience is what's paying your bills. You can't have it both ways, Chantal. You can't involve the public and then tell the public to shut up.
A commercial to watch. It doesn't matter if the live stream is deleted afterwards. There was still
I delete the live stream because I talk shit.
So therefore she gets paid.
See, there you go. She admitted it. She admitted it. I delete the live stream because she talks crap and she doesn't want to get in trouble with YouTube. She admitted it. She likes to play that little game. I'm going to get on YouTube and I'm going to vent. But because I know how to work around YouTube, I know how to circumvent the system. All you have to do, if you do something wrong on YouTube, is delete the stream, and that absolves you of any responsibility or any accountability, even though YouTube could easily go back to her channel, find that stream, and hold her accountable. She knows how to work the system. She knows how to work YouTube to where she can say and do whatever she wants, and she won't get in trouble.
And I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. Mommy, I see you in the back. If you want to turn on your cam for a few seconds so I can verify you, then I'll add you on panel.
Hi, Charlotte.
Christine knows it all. Welcome everybody.
Wait, like, what am I responsible for? Lack of responsibility in what? What did I take a lack of responsibility for?
Oh, but doesn't her taking it off?
You brought Natter to YouTube. You platformed him. You brought him here. You, knowing what he is, you exposed him to an audience of thousands of women, knowing what he was. You're responsible for that. You even taught him how to run up the meter on YouTube and do live streams to get the most Google AdSense money. That's why now he does what you do. He screws around the kitchen talking on his iPad, takes 3 to 4 hours to cook a simple meal. He learned that from you. Just screw off and just don't talk and don't do anything for the longest. And that way the live stream is as long as possible to make the most Google AdSense money. He's learned all of that from you, Foodie.
Looks like a
They're so stupid.
status.
Hi,
She's reacting to us. She's react. Hi, Chantal. Hello.
Hey, hypocrite. Hey, hypocrite. Your
Hey,
80,
Pia.
your 80 views per fucking stream are fucking embarrassing.
All right. Well, hello, Chantal.
Hi. So what am I responsible for? I'd like to know where my responsibility as an abuse victim is in this situation. Here's the thing. Perfectly imperfect.
Everybody, you have no insight.
What's my insight? What do I need insight on? 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 On what?
Making money off of this. You won't shut up. All you've done.
My channel is about my life.
Your life sucks. And your channel sucks. And your content sucks. And I wish that YouTube would do something about it. I wish that YouTube would step in and do something about all of this because they have the power to. Nobody else. The reaction channels, we're just channels on YouTube. There's lots of people that report Chantal, that reported Natter. YouTube does nothing. They're letting this go on. They could easily pull the plug on all this crap and make it stop. Easily. But YouTube is a company and profit is very important to them, obviously. They must be making a lot of money off of this or else they would not let it continue because there's lots of channels that have done far less than Natter and Chantal and they've gotten their channels taken away from them, never to be given back. So I guess with YouTube, it's a money thing. They must be making a lot of money off this crap because they won't shut it down.
My channel is about my life. Natter was part of my life for a fucking year. Natter was go get high, so you're gonna drug shame. Okay, I'm getting high. It's legal. I'm getting high. Lay off the fucking benzos. Lay off the benzos. What?
You and Hannah.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah.
Oh, so are you trying to insinuate that somebody on panel is taking drugs? Really? You, ma'am? That you're up all hours of the day and night, literally live streaming from morning until the next morning, like you did today? You were literally up at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and you were still going. So what are you taking for energy? Because I know that you don't get energy like that on your own. You maybe get a few hours sleep and then you're back up at it again. So what exactly are you taking for energy? Does it have anything to do with your recent trip to the outhouse? Were you picking up something there, Chantal? I think it might.
Okay, Sarah. No, I wouldn't. You fucking clout chasing. You're just jealous because you're a clout chaser. Lay off the fucking benzos, asshole. Lay off. Thank you. Fucking bitch. Don't come for me and my drug use when you're fucking addicted to benzos.
And how do you know that? You don't know that. You're just saying that because you want to be nasty. You have no idea what these people do in their personal lives. But yet, we've seen you. We've seen you be high off your rocker, on green and other things. We've seen you drunk. We've seen all that. And yet you think you have the right to point a finger and talk about something that you think somebody else is doing, but you don't have confirmation?
Where's my responsibility? I'd like to know where my responsibility in this is. Where? They can't even give me an answer. Okay, I'm waiting. I'll talk. Go.
You guys hear me?
I'm turning them off. That's what they want, attention. Like, seriously. They sit up there all day judging me on stupid shit, victim shaming me, and then he's gonna show up at court. Like, what's my responsibility in this? What's my responsibility?
You got a lot. You brought him to YouTube. I'm gonna keep saying it. I know I'm repeating myself, sorry y'all, but she brought him here. She brought him here. She gave him an audience. She gave him the platform. She encouraged people to go sign up and sub to his channel. Did that for months. And even when they were supposed to not be seeing each other, she was running back and forth, doing his thumbnails, filming his videos, sneaking around behind everybody's back. She was still supporting him. And I still think she is still supporting him. She still is. I think all this crap going on YouTube, you want my honest opinion, I think it's all crap. I think that her and Didi and Natter are still talking to each other. I really do. I mean, just the other day, she was threatening him to go to the cops, and the next day she was fine. She was calm. She was happy. She was singing love songs, wearing the heart necklace, wearing the got no glitter. Yeah, she does all that for Natter. All of it.
What? I'd like to know. Please. I'm responsible for being abused? Is that what you're fucking saying? I'm responsible for what? Have some insight? What do you fuck? Like, this pisses me off. Sarah, you are a fucking clout chasing nobody, and you will always be with your fucking watery fucking voice. Okay, you wet noodle? You are just a piece of crap. That's all you are, sucking up to panels because you are rejected as a beezer. And no, I wouldn't go back to him, bitch, because if you were following the story and not clout chasing, you should be worried about your fucking sick mother right now. Why are you even on?
Okay, stop right there. Chantal, you know the rule, or you should know. You want to come for somebody, come for that person. Family and kids off limits. There's no reason to bring somebody else's family member into this. Don't talk about the family. I'm sure you don't want other people talking about your family. We talk about you. We don't talk about your family. But yet you feel the need to expand the circle of damage and bring in family members. Very unkind. Don't do that.
On panels. You have the nerve to give me shit for talking shit about you when your mother's sick, and here you are talking shit about me on panels. So it's good for you to do it, but not me? Fuck you. You're fucking irrelevant. Ugh, and you will be irrelevant. Like, what the hell? Seriously. You talk about Dada all day. Yeah, he was part of my life for a year. This is my story. That's why I'm talking about it. What don't you get about that? Why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it? Because you're a fucking asshole looking for money. So shut the fuck up.
You know why we're still talking about it? Because you're still talking about it. And people are invested in your content. People still watch you. But it's getting to the point where everybody's tired of hearing the same crap over and over. That's the truth. But like I mentioned, it's like watching a really long movie. Even if it's a really bad movie, if you sat down and watched it for 2 or 3 hours, you get to a point where you're like, okay, I've been here this long. I just want to see the end. I just want to finish this. Nobody knows when the end is going to come, but people are just waiting to see what's going to happen. Are there going to be any major changes? Is Natter going to jail? And if he goes to jail, will all of this be over? And you'll finally shut up talking about him. Because honestly, this whole thing with Natter has gone on way too long. You know, like you coming on YouTube and processing everything when you should be processing it with a counselor or a psychiatrist. With you processing it to the public, you're basically dumping your negativity on other people, and it affects them. It absolutely affects them. It gets people upset. It makes people irritated and angry. And yet you still won't shut your mouth. People have said to you, we don't want to hear any more about Natter. Can we go on to something else? And you refuse to be quiet. You refuse to be quiet about that. You won't switch to another subject because you want to stay on the Natter subject. It's familiar ground for you. It's very comfortable. I don't think you honestly know how to talk about anything else but him because he is your obsession. And you think because he's your obsession, then that makes him interesting to everybody else. It doesn't. He's not our obsession. He's yours. He's your addiction. We're not as interested in him as you are. So why don't you take your processing somewhere else? Just take it to a psychiatrist or a counselor and work it out there because you've been processing this crap for about a year. Nothing has changed. You're not getting better. You're not improving. You're like a broken record that someone needs to take off of the record player and put in the trash. It's time for a new song. It's been time.
Oh my god. Let's review one of Sarah fucking Jane's videos. Let's do it. Oh no, I don't even have StreamYard. Like, fuck you. And then they all want clout. That's why they're all popping on panel now, and that's when I'm gonna turn them off. Goodbye.
They're not hopping on panel for clout. They're hopping on panel because they've got something to say. And because Monty has his panels and it gives them a chance to say what they want to say. I mean, you have a channel, Chantal. You could do panels if you wanted to, but you don't because you're a narcissist and because the only narrative that you want out there is yours. You could have panels, you choose not to. Monty has his channel, he chooses to do so. And his panels are always very informative and very interesting, which is more than I could say for your channel.
Of course I'm gonna comment. What the fuck do you think? I was abused by this fucking asshole for a fucking year, but because you hate me and you make money off me and have to use clickbait titles, now you're using me and my story. So fuck you. And you better hope that none of your panels were bullying and harassment, because I know I fucking threaten all the time, but I'm gonna deliver. Don't fucking want. Don't worry.
Oh, be quiet. Fair use and transformative. Look those up.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't even come for me because you were ranting the other day.
I know.
So there. Thank you. Do I have to shut my door?
Yeah, maybe actually.
Just shut up behind me.
Or just start blocking people who,
Well, you take that advice too. You rage all the time.
I know.
So then. But yes, I have to block people. No, this is not block. This is going off about fucking reaction channels that are so self-righteous, have panels about me all damn day. It's the victim shaming. I can't.
Yeah.
Under the guise that like it's okay because they don't like me.
Yeah.
You know what, Pete? I'm just waiting for the day one day that you stand up to Chantal, because if you stood up to Chantal, she would have more respect for you. You know, like Natter has Dee Dee as his yes man, and you are Chantal's yes man. Yes, Chantal. Whatever you say, Chantal. If you stood up for yourself, she might have more respect for you, bro.
He does suck the life out. Yes. Oh, can we look up statistics on abuse? Actually, because
No, no. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of you using stats as a justification for all those times you went back. You're using that, to paint yourself the picture of more the victim. Not listening, no. Because in a lot of those cases, Chantal, their situation was different. And a lot of those cases, the reason why those people went back isn't just the emotional attachment. It's because they had nowhere else to go. And they felt trapped and stuck. They had no resources. They had no money to get away. They had no friends or family member they could move in with. Every single occasion that you spent with Natter, you chose to go there. You have your own home. You have your own car. You have your own money. You always had a choice to stay away, and you didn't. So you can't fall back on that. You can't use that as a crutch. Nope. Not true for you.
None of you, as fucking analytical as you are, Minty, why don't you realize this? Why don't you actually do some good on your channel? Bring up some fucking statistics. How many times does it take a woman to fucking leave an ass?
And even if you want to use statistics as a defense, Chantal, you went back more than 8 times. Okay, so you can't really use that as a defense.
Cool. Yeah, do something productive. Stop focusing about my life and accusing me of making money off of my life. This is, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah, but you know what you did? You did make money off of all this. How much money did you make on your channel talking about Natter? How many thousands of dollars you made talking about this whole Natter drama for over a year? I would really love to see the number, like several $1,000s. And what have you got to show for it? Nothing, except worse health. Your health is not getting any better. You're still in debt. You owe thousands of dollars to the government. Your car's about ready to drop under you. And speaking of lies, I know this is kind of a side issue. Let me just pull this up real quick. Sorry. Here's something. This is just a side issue, but it points to what a liar she is. So remember how Chantal was telling everybody that she was 330 pounds? She's trying to paint this picture of I can eat whatever I want and I don't gain weight. And what have I been saying on my channel? That she was between 450 and 500 pounds. But guess what? She confirmed it right here.
If you want to know, I'm 473.2. If you want,
there we go.
Want to know, I'm 473.2.
So Miss Mama was saying to everybody that she was 330, 340 pounds, despite the fact that she was eating thousands of calories a day and binging out. And she just said I'm 473 pounds. So she went from 330 to 473 pounds. So all that time she spent lying to people and getting on the scale from far away where you couldn't see her feet on the scale, claiming that the scale was broken, lying about her weight. So from 330 pounds to 473 pounds, it wouldn't surprise me if later on she says, yeah, I'm over 500 pounds. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Lying when she doesn't have to. She could easily have said, yeah, I'm 473 pounds. She would have gotten a lot of crap over it. But lying continuously, this is what lying does. Because when you tell a lie, you got to tell more lies to cover up the first lie. Rather than living in truth and telling the truth, and then you got nothing to worry about. So there's that. Oh, another thing that I found on Twitter. You guys are going to find this interesting. Okay, so Foodie posted this up a few minutes ago. She says, okay, one more for Mama Gree, Beezer. So I guess this is one of her Beezers suggesting this, saying, Natter, could you hurt Sadie and Kelly next? Maybe it will help your harem find some sense. So this Beezer is sending a super chat to Natter, suggesting for him to do physical harm to people. This is responsible behavior, suggesting violence, physical violence against other people. Real responsible. Real responsible. Sick thing to do. Sick. Let's keep going.
This channel is owned by Foodie Beauty Chantal fucking Savo, and I can talk about whatever the fuck I want pertaining to my life. So it makes more sense to me to make money on my channel instead of you making money off my story. Do you get it now? Or do I need to break it down in a fucking diagram? Do I need to?
Yeah, she's so mad about that. She's so salty. She wants to be able to do this thing on YouTube and she's the only one making money. She hates the fact that reaction channels are out there and they're making money off of it too. She's real mad about that because some of the reaction channels are making more money than she is. And they have healthier, more productive lives. Well, she could have a healthy, productive life if she lived the right way and she wasn't using her money to binge out on green and food. I mean, that's within her choice, but she's choosing to do bad things with her money. And it's not our fault. Also, Chantal, something you probably don't want to hear, but it's the truth. You should be thanking the reaction channels, not being all salty. You may not like what we have to say or what the audience says on panel, but if it weren't for the reaction channels, people would have stopped watching you long ago because your content is just that boring and bad. You ought to thank all of us for keeping you relevant, because God knows your content sucks.
Please write a diagram because I will.
All right.
So that's the first video from Miss Just Saying. And again, thank you, Just Saying. Let's move on to the deleted Taco Bell Hell live.
It doesn't even look good. It looks like shit. I don't feel like fucking hot and I was out doing shit and stuff and, you know. Got pizza, snacks, and got some nuggets. Probably fast food today.
We have fast food every day.
Freaking hot and I'm in a bitchy mood and I'm not going to Costco today. Maybe tomorrow. Sherry, hi, love you very much. Please. Hi, Karen. Love the look. Thank you, Bridget. I love her. Those for brains, Miss Mamas. Thank you. Tracy, I hate the names everything. I'm just kidding. I just hate fake people. You know. And I got a crunch wrap this time. So, yeah. I'm gonna put the hot sauce on it. Okay, let's eat in a blah blah blah. You know how I do. Selena, really? Oh. No. I conditioned it a bit. Put it on the wig stand. The new Egyptian guy. What do we call him? Habizi? My first choice is Habizi. By the way, I just want to say. No, I don't. Okay. But yeah, he's call him sub. Oh my god, please. No, he's I actually am talking to a real dom, like a real dom. Remember I told you the one that I swiped and like, please match with me? And he's very respectful. He's like, these are how I play. These are like he's very respectful. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, and I respect it 100%. You know, they have to respect your boundaries. So I was happy to see that because, like I said, I kind of like sometimes a little bit of that kind of fat life, a little bit, maybe a little dabbling here and there. It's exciting. Never thought I would say that, but it has to be done safely and respectfully, and everybody has to be consenting and respected. But for an outdoor date, that's what I want to plan. I want to plan a date this weekend. You're hungry, Freedom?
You know, I hate the fact that this Dom sub talk has come into the chat. It entered the chat. It's now part of the conversation. Hate it. Because of the way that Dee Dee, Natter, and Chantal behaved. It's painted such a dark picture of that world for anyone who's not a part of it. They're left with a very bad impression. Very bad. And Chantal, I got news for you. You're not a real sub. You just like to dabble in things. And I've heard that as far as you talking to this new Dom, all that you told him was you're not about that backdoor action. But anything else is fine. So you left the door open for everything else, but you know, that's a hard limit. The backdoor action thing is a hard limit, but see, you can't really voice what you really like and what you don't like. You're still trying to paint yourself as this anything goes kind of gal, and that will tend to get you in trouble whether you are involved in BDSM or not. On top of the fact that mentally you're messed up. You have no business being part of that lifestyle. You need to get your head straight. You need to get it straight. You know, you wouldn't be a good sub. You're too mentally messed up. You would not be a good sub to any Dom at all. You'd be more headache than you're worth.
Ice cream chicken. I'm full. Anyways. Hi, Lola. Poor structure. A picnic? Oh. I miss playing Mario. I don't know. But there's the other guy.
I don't want to hear about imaginary boyfriends.
Crunchwrap Supreme, my web. Ugh, why did I say that? No, Crunchwrap, homemade.
I don't care to see her eat. Bye.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to go back to that. I know people are like, I miss your mukbangs. If I do mukbangs, it's going to be cooking videos and eating what I cook.
You know, here's what I think is really weird about Chantal. She says she doesn't want to go back to the mukbang stuff, yet she eats on camera. So wouldn't that be considered a mukbang? I mean, what's the difference between her old content and the content she does now? She's still eating on camera. She still eats a bunch of food on camera. So what's wrong with going back to the old content? Not that I'm saying that she should do it. She's got a problem with food. She should not be monetizing her problem with food on YouTube and catering to the feeders. It's bad for her health. But she's like, I'm not going to the mukbang content as she's eating. I mean, make it make sense.
I'm not an Ozempic, no. But I don't pig out, like, so I don't have as big of an appetite.
Yeah, and I bet I know why. Girl, you can't hide from me. You cannot hide from me. I know what you're doing over there. You're taking something to stave off your hunger. You can't tell me otherwise. You've got a major extreme problem with food. You've got those thoughts about food all the time. You've said so in the past. So how can you go from that to not focusing on food unless you're using something to quell your hunger? Some kind of stimulant. Stimulants will do that. They'll give you energy, and they'll make you not hungry or think about not eating. So what stimulant are you using, ma'am? Is it something like caffeine? Something along those lines? Is it something stronger than that? I tend to think so. Because you'll sit there and you'll do the stimulants and you'll be up, up, up all day, all night, till the early morning. Then you take edibles or smoke green to come back down. You'll get a couple hours sleep, and then you'll be up all over again.
No Taco Bell there. Use your Crunchwrap as a pillow. Excuse me, the McDonald's burger videos. You missed those? Cooking mukbangs are more fun. They're having a soda here and there. Like a fountain soda, not canned, you know? I really have to wax. Demolition Man. I'm kidding. My Taco Bell has just opened up in the UK. Here, maybe for $400 or something, but in the long run, it's like a big chunk of money up front. But in the long run, I think that I'm definitely now, officially, since I'm old now, I'm a Java junkie. An espresso? Ooh. I never heard of that. Like
So she raged earlier, and now this is her way of calming everybody down, just babbling about nothing important.
Espresso? There, I was listening on the news, sexual context, right? It was fighting, aggressive.
Okay, now she's about to talk about the audio video that was released on that channel that got everybody triggered and upset. She's going to be talking about that. I don't know what she's going to say. I haven't seen this video yet, so trigger warning just in case she does say something.
Some context. Yes. How is the situation and moving on? Yes, exactly. With these freaking idiots. Dressed like Big Ange? Who's Big Ange? Is that a friggin' New Jersey wife? Yeah. Well, no matter what you say to somebody in it, like she probably doesn't like. You know, I was just there, so what can I say? You know, like I was just in that position, and so I know what it's like. You don't feel sane. She's probably not sane right now. Like it's obvious she doesn't seem okay, no matter how much she comes on and covers for him. So that's it. And that's the point. There's nothing you can say to somebody like that. Like you couldn't tell me, right? You guys were so frustrated with me. And I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. You're wrong. You're wrong. Fuck, whatever. You know? But I wasn't even like that, I find, because like for me, like every time something like that would happen, I would come on and expose it right away.
No, you wouldn't. You would lie about it. You would lie about it. You know, you couldn't make up your mind. One minute you're talking about what happened to you. He's a scary person. He's got that black-eyed rage. I'm afraid. And the next minute you're defending him and trying to completely wash away that bad image, saying he's really a good guy and he's not that bad. It all depended on your mood or if you were mad at him that day. You weren't about exposing the truth. You don't know what truth is. Your truth is whatever you're feeling at that moment.
I just honestly felt confused and like, what the fuck? I hope no one ends up dead. I hope not. God. Or even less.
Oh yeah. Let's go back to this for a minute. Just a reminder. This is Foodie smiling on this comment, encouraging Natter to do physical harm on people. Just a reminder. This was something she did today. You know, she thinks the idea of one person hurting another person is just funny. Yeah, just a reminder. Just a reminder.
Anyway. she knows how I feel about it, like, and I said my say, and that's all I can say. Paneer Pandu, Chantal, you look so pretty today. The fire is back in your eyes. I wish you nothing but the best. You deserve it. Thank you, Paneer. Oh, Paneer. I want to make Paneer the first thing when I get groceries tomorrow. Ready to be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had no idea what narcissism, what gaslighting even meant, you know? So,
Yes, you do. You know, you just don't care.
so it's like a lot of people don't even know what it even means. She's in denial. Of course you're in denial. That's one of the fucking, this is textbook. You know, like,
Look at her talking about statistics in textbook. I think Foodie does a little bit of homework online to see, like, what do abuse victims, how do they behave, and what are the stats? And oh, this is textbook. She does all that homework so she can bring it back into her story to sound more relevant and truthful, rather than just be truthful.
I was too. It is really cool that he can drive here though, because he lives kind of like, hey Rhonda, Kay, finally moved. I just get chills even thinking about it because I was through the same fucking thing, same thing. Like I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, were you getting chills when you rented that hotel room and you wanted him to join you? Were you getting chills then? Obviously not.
All I'm left with right now is a burning hate for him, a burning hate.
Sure.
So to see I can't watch him because to see his smug face after, honestly, I do feel really fucking bad for Dee Dee, the way he hit her like that.
Oh, something I'm noticing. Chantal's not wearing her heart necklace. That necklace that she claimed her grandmother gave her, something that belonged to her grandmother. Although, isn't it funny that I've heard that Amberlyn Reed has the same necklace? So isn't that something? Grandma gave you that necklace, but it's amazing that Amberlyn Reed has the same necklace. Chantal, you got that necklace off Torrid. And maybe you've been watching my videos and hearing me calling you out for having a day collar and wearing it as something to remind yourself of Natter, and the fact that you should take that off and keep it off. Whether it's a day collar or not, it's something you associate with Natter, so why wear it? Maybe you watch my videos. And that's why you took it off. If it's something that you associate with Natter, if for one reason or another, you shouldn't be wearing it. It makes no sense.
I can't even fucking. If I seen him hit her, it would haunt me for life. Like, oh, I'm not. You know what? No matter what, like honestly, think of our beef. Sophie King, I know you're done, and I'm happy about that. But if you even consider going back to him a flight to Canada and taking you hostage, I mean, he doesn't even acknowledge what he did. So, people to protect him, the bullies. Anyway, so, and that's my opinion on it. I don't care. I eat people. One time he said something like that. He said, when he's angry, he always says that. He says the same shit when he's angry. He's fucked up. He's definitely, I don't know. So, I done a lot of shady shit for him. Well, mostly just lying. What else? She's a sub. She is, yeah. I'm not sure I'll admit that she is. But a sub.
And you wanted to be. You wanted to be a sub over there buying your own collar, calling him Dom. Those beginning streams where you're coming home with bruises on your chest and showing them off. You wanted to be a sub. You so wanted it that when he told you to be his sub, you had to pay for everything. You believed him. You didn't even take the moment to research that lifestyle, to research about consent. You just believed him. You were an idiot and you were a sucker. You believed him. Oh, I'm his sub. That means I have to pay for everything. No, you don't. That's just what he told you to keep you on the hook. You know, he looks for stupid women like yourself, desperate women, thirsty women to take advantage of. He's not a dom. He's an abuser. He's a predator. He's a scam artist, but he's not a dom. He's not. And I hate the fact that he tries to attach that title to him because it doesn't apply to him. If he was such a fucking dom, why doesn't he have his own place? Why doesn't he have his own money? Why is he always looking for women to pay for everything? A real dom would never, never, ever.
A dom relationship doesn't have to be abusive.
No.
This is the difference. This is
A
indeed.
real dom sub relationship is not abusive. End of story. It just isn't. It is not. And if it's real, it never will be. Just isn't. He's an abuser trying to cover up the fact that he's abusive by using the term dom. And for women out there that have that fantasy, they think, oh, I'm talking to a real dom. That is so hot. No, it's not. Because he's not the real deal. All of you stupid bitches out there, just use your head. If he's such a dom, why is he so hardcore grifting women? He's living out of his suitcases, hopping from house to house. Why does Mr. I'm a real man not have his own place? Why is he not driving? Why doesn't he have a car? Why is he like so focused on sucking off the resources of women if he's such a real man?
He's court, yeah. She can have him removed or keep him there. No one can save her, just like no one could save me. You know, he really hurt her on the call. That's why she wasn't in alive. Yeah. I don't believe anything. And Charlotte, who believes the kidnapping story? Me? No, no, at all. Yeah. You know, she's already in so deep. Look at all the shit she went through with him. You feel like it's a fucking investment. Cut your losses before there's any more. It's like the fucking broken car fallacy. Keep sinking shit into him. You keep freaking trying to.
Are you really trying to give Dee Dee advice? You actually trying to give Dee Dee advice. Everybody kept telling you the same advice. Did you listen? Everybody kept telling you this is a bad guy. He's not the faithful guy you're looking for, Chantal. He's on dating sites. He's looking at women and talking to women behind your back and in front of your face. Cut your losses and cut him loose. How long did everybody tell you that? A while. Did you listen? No. You kept sinking more money into this dude, more time, more effort, more energy. Where did that get you? So now you're trying to come off like someone that you know better. Let me tell you something. If Dee Dee were not in the picture, you know, and I know, and everybody else knows, if Natter made one phone call and sweet talked your ass, you'd be over there right now. You couldn't get in your car fast enough to get to Montreal. We know that. You did not walk away from him. He refused to see you. You're not having a life right now where you're like, he's a loser. I recognize that and I'm moving on. No, you're not there because he won't let you be there. There is a difference. There's a difference. And for that reason, because of that difference, you would go back if you could.
The rehydrated turd. It's not going to fucking be nothing but a rehydrated turd. Be careful. Hi, Queen Cheeseburger. Abuser will go to jail, but you have to call the cops. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the only life she knows. I have a feeling her ex did the same to her. Yes, she was, yeah. And all this for a man who wants to fuck your best friend? Really? God.
Yeah, that is gross. When I heard that audio, when I saw that video, I'm like, this is so gross. This is so gross. That Dee Dee has this man in her house, that he's such an a jerk. He's so narcissistic and so controlling that he's insisting on having sex with her best friend that she's known for years. And this best friend doesn't want Natter, but he's basically telling Dee Dee, if you don't make this happen, we're done. And I'm going to go to her husband and tattletale all over her. And I'm going to ruin her relationship and also the friendship you have with this person. That just showed right there how evil he is. I mean, Shushu should not have been stepping out of her marriage like that. That's on her. But still, him basically telling Dee Dee, oh, if you don't make this happen, we're done. So you better force her to have relations with me. And they also made another disturbing comment. He said, I won't F her, but I'll F her in another way. Does that mean you're going to force her against her will, Natter? That's gross, bro. That is so gross. So gross.
That would, that's a big no for me. Sorry. That's like, how can you, obviously that would be, no. That's why you fucking hit her. You're a piece of shit. And I hope you go to jail, and I hope you rot in hell. There you go. I come on here every day and talk about whatever the fuck I want. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Okay? Thank you. He is a predator. You can't pin people how they react to things under fucking stress or duress or a new situation. You like, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was being just a dom. Like, I had no idea what he was doing was abusive at all.
Well, it's, if you want to be part of that world, then it's your responsibility. And I know you hate responsibility, Chantal, but it's your responsibility as a person that if you're going to involve yourself in that world, it's your responsibility to educate yourself on how subs behave, what's allowable, what's unacceptable, what's abusive, what's not, what's consensual, what ain't. If that's on you, that is on you. And because you were too lazy and too stupid that you didn't take the time to learn, you ran into that asshole. And he's a fake. He's a complete fake. He's a predator. He's a fake ass dom. And I would tell him to his face if he were in front of me right now. Because I'm a sub switch. I am educated. I am. I'm educated about the lifestyle, about who does what, all of it. Why? Because I don't want to run into fake doms. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be abused. But I took it upon myself to learn the things that I needed to learn. And you could do the same. There's web pages out there. There are sites, there are forums to learn things, to talk to people, to learn. You don't learn, you're probably going to run into a fake just like Natter.
None. To me, abuse was being smacked, punched, whatever. So
you said those things happened.
just because people don't see the red flags that you see, don't fucking victim shame them. Get the fuck out of here. People don't understand because they're fucking assholes. And they think they're getting a one-up on people by harassing them, by making these comments. No, you're going to get your karma. You've seen everyone here get their karma. You think you're any fucking different? Jennifer Corvina, for you too. Bitch, you're going to get your karma too. Just watch. You think you're above everyone because you have video. But your motive is dirty. Your motive is dirty. You're dirty. You're trailer park trash. You tried to fuck Natter, bring your kid to Canada, and because he didn't give you the green pea, now you're trying to out Dee Dee because you're jealous. You're a snake. Have a seat, and I hope you fucking get what's coming to you too.
You know, and that gave me pause when I heard that Jennifer wanted to come to Canada with her child. Why would anybody want to bring their child around someone like Natter? Why? Knowing everything that we know about him, why would any parent want to bring their child around someone like Natter? I mean, just that gave me pause. That's just scary to think about.
I think they're watching tonight as he has to defend himself. Of course. These same people. Don't support him. Don't support him. Go watch him, though. He's getting money. He's probably getting $6,000 this month because you people don't watch him. But please tell me again how I'm responsible for.
Because you keep talking about him and you won't shut up. If you shut up about him, then he would get less money. The reason why he has an audience is because of you. You introduced him to YouTube. You urged people to go subscribe to him. And then all the back and forth drama kept people interested in what was going on over there. And anybody, I don't care if it's a mod or not a mod, anybody supporting Natter at this point with everything that has come out, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, what is wrong with you? Why would anybody want to be on that channel supporting that man? For what reason are you supporting him? For what reason are you talking to him? It doesn't make any sense to me. He is evil, straight evil. He cares for no one and nothing. And this guy's talking about wanting to blackmail a woman to sleep with him, saying he's going to go to her husband and tell on her if she doesn't do it, going to destroy a marriage and destroy a friendship because he can't get a piece of pussy. Really? That's the guy you guys are supporting. You're supporting a man who has ridiculed someone who's been through CSA, been accused of SA. This is the guy you want to rally behind. All of you people over there supporting Natter, you're all screwed up. You are.
For platforming him and fucking continuing to groom him. Sorry, May and everyone else who tried to come to Canada to meet him, that's on them. That's not on me. Fuck you. That's on them. Fuck. I platformed him.
You did.
He guilt tripped me into that too. Because he said, you ruined my reputation. And I believed him at the time. I felt bad. And I even said that many times. And he's fucking free country. He can start a YouTube channel any day. If I did.
Yeah, and what did you do? You kept giving him money. You even bought him an iPad, you fool. Even after all of that, you bought him an iPad. You paid for his phone service. You paid for everything. All of it. You kept it going. You bought his groceries, food that he could use for his bullshit cooking videos. You did that too. After all the crap, you were still running around, hey, let's go rent a hotel. Hey, let's go rent a motel and we can do videos there too. So you helped him get on YouTube and you made sure that he had videos for content. You didn't tell him, hey, learn all this stuff yourself and do it yourself because you wanted a place in his life. And by him not knowing how to do things, that meant that he had need for you and you could always be around him. So cut it out, Chantal. You were very eager to platform this man and to keep him going. You funded this guy, that one, that evil one. You did.
Didn't help him, someone else would. It's not very hard. You click create channel and then you follow the prompts. And actually, he did work through most of those fucking steps himself. So quit being a hypocrite and asking me to take personal responsibility for everything as an abuse victim who made poor choices, as most do, when you are not taking the personal responsibility for reaching out to Natter yourself, wanting to come to Canada. Give me a fucking break. And everyone who supports him on his channel, you're responsible too. So suck it. Only trolls think this most, and yeah. So anyway, never be silenced. No, fuck that. Like, this is my channel, right? And if people didn't want me to talk about it, why is there 1,700 people here?
And that's exactly why she is talking about it. And that's why she'll always keep talking about Natter, because in a nutshell, talking about Natter makes her money. If it didn't make her money, she would shut up. She's only interested in things that make her money. Binging on food for the feeders makes her money. Talking about Natter makes her money. Talking about triggering topics make her money. She's got a very small Rolodex of topics that make her money, and she floats back and forth between all of them, catering to different groups of people. For her, it's all about the making money. It's not about doing what's morally right or caring about her audience and how they feel. All she cares about is the check that she gets once a month from YouTube.
Why are there 1,000 fucking 1,500 people watching him? That's why he's smug. He knows people are gonna watch. He can literally go live every day. 1,000 people now are gonna watch him because he's abusive, and they're like, oh, this is reality TV. So you're helping him line his fucking pockets. Good luck for you. I'm not. I watch him on reaction channels now. Honestly, I do. Like, I don't, if I see any clips, it's from reaction channels. I fucking can't stand it. So I'm not going to expose myself to that anymore. But I'm not going to sit here and take those shitty comments. I'm sorry. I'm going to speak out about whatever I want to, what's on my mind at the time, and that's it. So, yeah. Nosy. Yes. When you're putting people's lives in danger, we're nosy. Yes. It's not. Yes, it's everyone's business when you're abusing somebody.
Yeah, you passed nosy a long time ago. You're obsessed. You're obsessed with him, and you just can't let him go.
He's missing teeth because he doesn't fucking take care of them. At the hotel the last time, he made me take a thing and like scrape food out of his tooth.
Ew.
He's so gross.
Nasty.
I'm blocked on his channels. Oh my god, your picture, Boba. Oh my god. God. No, take another look. She has a dome you could fry an egg on. Like, yeah, sorry. At some point, like when people are continually going after your looks over and over, you need a reality check. You need to consider the source. Like, really?
You go after people's looks all the time, and their age, and where they live, and how they live. You're the biggest bully on YouTube, Chantal.
The fuck? Like I said, tree lady. People who look like this making fun of how I look. I'm fucking. I need a sponsorship by Wayfair so I can send every one of these ugly motherfuckers a fucking full length. Absolutely.
You need one first.
Like, the law don't care about if you're a narcissist or not. Go cry in a corner. Fucking childhood trauma. Everyone has fucking childhood trauma. Give me a fucking break. Doesn't give you a right to abuse people, you piece of shit. He likes abusing people. You've seen his face in those videos? No. How can anyone sleep after that? Go to bed. Oh, yeah. It's easier said than done. God.
You know, I'm of the feeling and the opinion that Chantal, she likes abusing people too. Like, the only area of her life that she has control is on her channel. Every other area of her life, she has no control. But when she turns on that camera, she has control. And I honestly believe she lives to be angry. She likes raging. It makes her feel alive. When she's not angry, she doesn't feel alive. She feels nothing. And to escape that feeling of nothingness, she's always keeping herself pumped up with food and drugs. But when she gets on her channel and she gets in a rage and she starts yelling and screaming at people and threatening people and intimidating them, and I'm going to block you who wants to be blocked, she feels in control. That's the only area of her life that she has control, because once she turns that camera off, there's no other area where she has control over herself.
I'm like, just at a breaking point. Why is he still online?
Yeah, why? Why?
I don't know. He didn't abuse anyone on his channel. Maybe that's why.
He did.
So what can they report it as? Mad. Stay big pig mad, bitches. Wayfair mirrors, they're coming in the mail. They come for Chantal because they don't want to admit they watched that clown and refuse to hold him accountable. Keep that same energy in his chat. Yeah. And there's like people who hate me so bad because they're so fucking jealous they can't be me.
Where what? We hate you because we're jealous of you. Nobody would trade places with you, Chantal. Yes, you're making a lot of money, but what else you got? You don't even have good health. Girl, you just confessed that you're 473 pounds. That's not me fat shaming you. That came out of your mouth. You're 473 pounds. That's what you said. You're 5 foot. I'm 5'4". You know, normal weight for somebody who's 5'4" would be in the 120, 125-pound range. You're 4 inches shorter than me, so you should be somewhere in the neighborhood of a healthy weight of 120. You're way, way, way over that. I know that you being that big, it's gotta hurt. You gotta be in constant pain. You can barely move, you can barely breathe. And you think people are jealous of you? Based on what? What exactly about your life is it that anybody else would be jealous of? You know, you can't really decide which lane you want to be in. You're constantly flip-flopping. You got the one lane where you try to paint this picture of big, beautiful me. I'm happy with my body. I'm happy to be a bigger woman, blah, blah, blah. But on the other side of that, you lie about your weight. You use filters because you don't want to show what you really look like. You're hiding yourself away from the world in your house because you don't want anybody to see you. You don't have a social life. You don't have any friends that you hang out with. The only person that will hang out with you is Pete, and that's because he financially depends on you. What exactly about your life is it that we should be jealous of? I'd really like to know.
That any way to get to me, they try. That's fucking sociopathic, pathological behavior. You're sick in the head, honestly. I hate watch, not gonna lie. I don't understand hate watching. Like, like, if I hate watch, I come in rage, basically. I can't stand it. Then you're
I watch you and I react to you. So those people who want to keep up with your story, they don't have to go to your channel. They can come to mine or even somebody else's other reaction channels. A lot of people prefer it that way. They prefer to go the reaction channels because we take your content, we condense it down to where it's not so much. Because let's face it, you'll live stream 6 to 10 hours a day, sometimes more. Ain't nobody got that kind of time to sit there and watch you, Chantal. They rely on the reaction channels to condense it all down to where you can get the gist of what's going on and go on with your day. You may be very happy turning on your camera and live streaming that much, but let's be realistic. Everybody else who's not you, they've got lives, they've got families, they've got children, they've got jobs. They can't sit and watch 12 hours of your footage a day. They just can't do it. It's too much. So they go to the reaction channels and the highlight channels and just get a gist of what's going on and go on with their day. You don't seem to get that. Just because you don't have a life doesn't mean those of you that watch it, they do have lives. And because you're overkilling the live streaming thing, people are losing interest in you. They're going to the reaction channels to get the gist and move on.
You're fine too, but you guys are not you weren't emotionally, none of you, except for Dee, me, and Jennifer Corvina. So there you go. Her motive, like, she was emotionally involved as well.
You know what though? Let's tell the truth. None of us should have been involved in this. Nobody. None of us, the viewers, the reactors, none of us should have been involved in this. Nobody. What's going on between you and Dee and Natter, it's a private affair and should have been kept that way. But you brought it here. You started this, Chantal. You started this whole crazy carousel of bullshit. You started it by talking about Natter and platforming Natter and urging people to join up on his channel and be his subs. And the back and forth between you two, you kept that going. You got that started. None of us would have cared about Natter or been interested in Natter if he was just some ordinary guy on YouTube. But you brought him into your story. And then you made all this drama with him, the back and forth. I hate him. I love him. I want to be with him. No, I don't. He's horrible. He abused me. No, he didn't abuse me. All the bullshit back and forth. You did that. And you're still doing it. And it hasn't stopped. And everybody's tired. Everybody's exhausted. They're over this shit. They want to be done. But you won't let it be done. You're saying, oh, you guys don't matter because you weren't personally involved. Well, you know what? Thank God for that. Thank God for that. We should not have been involved at all. What's going on between you three should have happened just between you three and nobody else. But you brought it to a public platform. You involved the public when they shouldn't have been involved. And that's on you. Because you started that train, man. You got it going. And you kept it rolling. You did.
Oh, yeah. Proud to be part of his harem and take the abuse and watch him abuse Dee Dee because you want him, right? You're just as sick. And you were going to expose your child to that. Yeah, something to be proud of. Releasing the audio makes you a wonderful person. Not Sam. Sam says no. That's a skeptical Sam. Skeptical Sam. Sam hates Jennifer. Sam hates Jennifer Corvina from The Well. Don't you, Sam? It's payday tomorrow. What's the date today? So big in the wall. Hi. Lives and you are better than me. Better than me to the point of being able to talk shit about me. Like, we're having the biggest visa party when that happens. Have you seen all those marks on the lounge and bedroom's wall? Of course, he was beating up her whole fucking apartment. Those holes were not on the wall before. He's destroying her property. How I don't honestly, if he was in my house, number one, he has not been back to my house since that abusive time. I did, you know what? Fuck you all saying I put him in peace and risk because you know.
Yeah. Something about that. So he hurt BBJ and you continue to see him. What does that say about you? This man hurt one of your cats, your elderly cat. You continue to see him. Continue to do it. How could you do that? How could you continue to see a man who hurt one of your cats? So I love him. After he hurt one of your cats, you even wanted to move in with him. You were wanting to get rid of the cats, wanting to get rid of Pete's. Because you're so wrapped around him.
You know what? Since that, he has not stepped foot in my fucking house. He's asked to come back a few times. Oh, you're not going to tell me not to come to your house? Why? Because of Pete's? Like, that drove him nuts. And still, no, you're not coming in my house. You fucking frightened my cat. She hates you. And you want to kill my best friend. You're not coming in my house. You're not fucking destroying my property. Like, if he was fucking punching holes in my wall, I guarantee you, honestly, if he lived with me that long and did that shit, he would be dead. Because it would be a crime of passion. It would be. I would lose it. You see how insane I am right now? It would be so much worse. It would be so much worse. I would be snapped.
So she just made a threat. And she's saying that things would get physical between her and Natter. And he's abusive. She's abusive. She's confessed that she's verbally abusive. And I also suspect that she can get physical when she wants to. I can't confirm that. But she does have a temper. She's got an anger problem. I could see them going at each other.
The fuck out. And he would be head boiling on that fucking grill. That head would be on a platter. Because I'm telling you, one more slap, one more abuse, and I would have snapped. One more. Because when he hit me at that hotel, my eyes immediately darted for the fucking pen.
Okay, trigger warning. She's talking about this stuff. Sorry. I haven't watched this video. You know. So a bunch of things happened, Chantal, and you still rented an expensive hotel room hoping he'd join you. So how scared were you really? You know, as someone that I've been through it, I got to look at you sideways. I have to. You talk about all these horrible things that he did to you, and yet you still continue to try to tempt him away from Dee Dee, and you want to live with this dude. It don't look right.
And the Monville pen, I'm telling you, you sat on it for 3 months, still making plans to come to Canada. But okay.
You know what? I think we're done here. I think we've seen enough. More than enough. So that's it for this React video. I'm going to go ahead and post it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have, please like and subscribe. And please don't forget to check out Just Saying's channel. I'll put the links for both videos in the description. Give her a thumbs up and leave her a comment. Thanks again and have a good one. Bye-bye.